Why, hello, beautiful. Did you miss me? Oh, it has been way too long since we've talked about this car. This is my 85 Mustang GT, and we are turning it into the hoonifox. Yes, we are actually doing this. This has been the plan since day one. Take a FOXBODY Mustang and build it specifically to beat the ever-living hell out of it. Because, let's face it, every car guy wants to do mock Jesus down back roads at 2 in the freaking morning. And something just hits different about a matte black FOXBODY with a high ram and a hood scoop. It's just common knowledge that if half the engine sticks out the hood, it's a badass car. Dom's Charger? Badass. Interceptor from Mad Max? Badass. David Freiberger's Camaro? Badass. Terminator Cobra. Nice Mustang GT, bud. Now, I bought this car a couple of years ago. Originally, I was looking for a third-gen Camaro, but there was nothing in good shape, or if it was in good shape, the guy wouldn't bother to respond. But there was this car, a 5-liter, 5-speed Mustang GT. I drove over to the guy's place, took a look at it. The car's completely rot-free, it runs, it drives, I bought the car. Now, I drove it around and it had a steady coolant leak coming from the front of the motor and a little bit of an exhaust tick. Now, that coolant leak was coming from between the timing cover and the block. The water pump was recently replaced, so I just assumed that they never touched that gasket, so I bought the gasket and I started taking everything apart. I took it apart and I looked behind it and a little piece of the block fell off. Whoever put on the water pump over-torqued it and cracked the block. Now, I know it wasn't the previous owner because he is way too mechanically inclined to do something like that. He owns a very, very clean 93 LX. He didn't do it. It was the guy that he bought the car from. They replaced the water pump because the car was overheating all the time. But here's the thing. The old water pump was probably good because when I dug into the motor even more, the head gasket had blown. That's what that exhaust leak was from. It wasn't a ticking exhaust manifold, it was the head gasket being blown out. So the heads are warped, the block is junk, this motor's a total loss. And just to add insult to injury, I went to basic training that summer. And when I came back in the middle of AIT, I found a motor and I grabbed it. It's a crappy late 70s long block, but it's all disassembled. And that has been sitting in my garage ever since. Now, why have I not touched this car? Because I bought my childhood dream car. The third-gen Camaro I was originally looking for was the car that I've wanted since I was a kid. And in April of 2024, I finally found one. And since I've been fixing that up in my spare time, I've had no time to work on the Mustang. But when I started doing YouTube again, and I started picking things up and started getting a little bit more serious, I told myself once I get to 1K, I will start working on this car again. And we're a little past that goal. So once the weather warms up, we're gonna throw this car together and start getting freaking dirty. Let's get it running, let's make it right, and then let's get a freaking body kit on this car. Now there is something I'd like to establish. I don't necessarily want to build exactly a one-to-one hoonifox. I would like to have something that gives off more retro OEM vibes. Like a combination of Time Fox 88's car, an M81 Mustang, and the hoonifox, obviously. I just want a stealthy, matte black, fast, wide-body Mustang. What else is stealthy, matte black, and fast? A SR-71 Blackbird. Yes, I'm naming my freaking car after a Lockheed Martin. Fight me in the comments. Anyways, I'll have an episode coming up covering all of the parts I plan on putting on this car. If you have any recommendations for me, please make sure to leave it down in the comments below. In the meantime, like, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will see you in the next video. I like how I'm editing the video, and this is what comes up on autoplay, and it's been playing for the past hour. Vice Grip Garage, how dare you beat me to it? I swear the title to this video is about to be, I'm reviving my abandoned Mustang because everyone else forgot I even had it in the first place.